Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm on the floor today because we are filming another Pedi video. This one I wanted to be just super informal because I'm really running low on time. I have to paint my toes because we are leaving in like a day and a half. I still have to pack. I don't want to do any like super crazy video. So I thought I would just hop on camera while I did my Pedi and kind of chat with you about some other random things going on. This video is really for my followers, not for people who are searching for a proper Pedi tutorial, which I do have on my channel if you're looking for that. My toes are a total mess. I'll be sure to link everything that I use below. I'm going to show you the color and polishes that I am using. If you're in need of a mani or pedi, pause this video, grab all your stuff, and let's do our nails together. Before I do my nails, I actually have to like really clean up my feet. But while we do that, let's chit chat. So on Wednesday the 26th, I uploaded a video sharing my thoughts and predictions about Love is Blind. Now, has anyone watched Love is Blind? Leave me a comment below. And this is a fair warning right now, there may be some spoilers. Actually, there will definitely be some spoilers about the end of Love is Blind. So if you haven't watched yet, you might want to come back to this video after you have. That was yesterday that I filmed and uploaded that video. And then at midnight yesterday, they released the final episode of The Weddings. So I woke up really early this morning and had to work on a little Word document, which didn't require like my full attention. When I'm editing footage or trying to write a blog post or something, I need to like be 100% in it. But I was putting together a little proposal document and I could totally multitask. So I was like, you know what, let me watch this episode now so I don't get hit with spoilers. So I watched it pretty much as soon as it came out and I have so many thoughts about it. As I was watching it this morning, I jotted down a bunch of notes because I wanted to recap it either on this channel or Instagram or somewhere. So the finale episode picks up right where we left off at the altar with Damian and Gigi. And Damian really looked like he was gonna say no, and he did. I was not really surprised at all because I really did think he was going to, and I knew that the girl running away was Gigi. If you watched my video, I did kind of some side-by-side screen grabs just to confirm if it was the same hairstyle and dress as Gigi, and hit the nail on the head. I should be in the CIA or something, but I have some thoughts about it. Honestly, good on Damian. Whoops. I was really proud of him. It could not have been easy for him to say those things on television in front of all those people. You know, whether it's scripted, whether it's totally fake, whether an element of it is real, at the end of the day, it had to hurt her feelings in some way, shape, or form, and it's not easy to do that to a person. I do give him a lot of credit for just being true to himself. And how could he not? Because I don't think any of his family was there. Don't quote me on that, but the family didn't seem interested in meeting Gigi, and I don't know, at the end of the day, if your family's not on board and you have not met like the true obvious love of your life and you've been through the trials and tribulations, you're not just gonna tie the knot to a practical stranger. So good on Damian. I do have to say a couple things though. She like runs down the street. I don't know where she goes actually. She does a really random loop, then she's in the woods, then she's on the sidewalk in the road. But when she's running through the woods, she slips and falls and gets this huge dirt and grass stain on her dress. When she goes back inside to eventually talk to Damian, the stain is completely gone. So I'm really curious to know if they tampered with the timeline of those events. Like, did they have the conversation before she ran away? I don't know. When the conversation finally ended, she like ripped her dress and gave him a piece of it. She definitely is a little dramatic. I actually like Gigi a lot. I think she's got a really cool personality. For some reason, her voice is like very soothing. I love that like raspy voice, but I can relate to her. I thought he was being very fair, very calm, definitely not erratic, and she was just like a little fireball. So they obviously did not end up together, but I don't think that they reconcile after the show either. I think they are just like done and done. Next up was Amber and Barnett. This one, I have to say, really did surprise me. Like a lot. Oh, also, can we say like everyone arriving to these weddings, they're wearing like what I'm wearing right now. If it was your wedding day, wouldn't you want to dress up a little bit and wear like your cute sweats? No, I am 100% convinced that Amber's Sherpa is from Walmart because I have my own Sherpa from Walmart and I know I've seen that one there, which is totally fine, but it's like, just seems like everyone was showing up for like a lunch date. She really didn't know what Barnett was gonna do. I didn't think Barnett was gonna go through with it. When they were at the altar and the pastor was like getting ready, they kept panning over to Barnett's dad and his dad kept laughing like,
"This is the stupidest thing I've ever been part of."
That's the vibe I got from him. And knowing how his family felt about it when they did that hometown visit, I didn't think they were gonna be as on board as they were. Amber's mom did something kind of weird right before they walked down the aisle, which I was sort of confused about. And they got into like a little tiff. She was like, fight for it. She's like, you shouldn't have to fight. The whole thing was just like kind of weird. I'm not sure what to make of it. Once she gets down the aisle, she looked beautiful, by the way. All the women really did look truly, truly gorgeous. They all found the perfect dresses, the right hair and makeup. They honestly looked stunning. But Amber gets down the aisle. They start the vows. And when she says yes, Barnett kind of has this face of like, what? Like he was not expecting to hear it. And then as they were leading up to his vows, he seemed so on the fence. Like I really didn't think he was gonna say yes. I thought he was gonna take that opportunity to walk away, and he didn't. So good for him. It seemed like they were both really happy. After the wedding, it was really cute. They both seemed to be in their glory, so I'm happy for them. After doing a little digging, I really am unsure if they are still together. I can't tell. In most of Amber's photos on Instagram, she's not wearing a ring. In a couple of them, it kind of looks like she might be. Obviously, they can't post or tell anybody, but Netflix yesterday announced that there would be a reunion, and I am so going to watch that. I cannot wait to see where everybody stands today. Moving on to Kelly and Kenny. This storyline really threw me because they seemed like a perfect match in every aspect of life. Both seemed to be very much on the same page. Their families were awesome. They're both just good, normal freaking people. And you can tell on the wedding day, Kelly is definitely planting seeds that this might not be what she wants to do. That she definitely loves Kenny, but she's not sure if he's her forever. And it made me so sad because I really, really wanted them to make it. So they get to the altar. It's time for their vows. Kelly goes first. And she basically says she can't do it. She cannot commit to forever. She loves him, but it's too much. And in some of her confessionals, she had mentioned how she just doesn't have that like burning desire for him. And if she was to marry Kenny, she'd probably be settling. That's the vibe I got. She was just settling for a less than perfect love, I guess. But like she said, everything else was there, but that like burning attraction, which was sad. She was very kind about it. She walks back down the aisle. Kenny kind of is left standing there to address all these people, and he says something really sweet and kind, and Kelly's mom turns around and she's like, oh my god, I love him. And I'm just like, oh, I feel for Kelly because I know how she feels. I totally understand why she did what she did, but at the same time, I kind of think she's making a huge mistake. I think she might look back and regret walking away from him because he really is a good man. She had the chance to be part of what seemed like an awesome family. Her family was so accepting. I just think they would have had a really nice life together. However, if that burning love and passion is not there and she just doesn't feel it, it's really not fair for her to enter into that marriage. And she said that. She said, the decision I made today is the decision that was best for everyone. And she was right. It was really a selfless act. I just hope that in the long run it was the right one for her. So I was bummed to see them not make it, but a bunch of you guys did predict that. It's too bad. Moving on to Mark and Jessica. First thing I noticed, when Jessica arrived at the venue, she looked fab. I loved her outfit. She had like a big chunky white sweater and I think it was like a white pleated skirt, but she just looked like she was arriving for her wedding day. She was in amazing spirits and she seemed like a totally different person than the one that we had witnessed throughout the whole season and all of the other episodes. She was 100% sober. She had to have been. The way she was speaking, the things she was saying, she was clear, she was coherent, she made so much effing sense. The way she was talking about Mark and their relationship while getting ready with her girls, while she was on the altar, I was like, wow, she had a change of heart. It almost was like super phony because the things she was saying and the way she was acting really didn't match up to the things that she had been doing and the way she had been acting, so it was a little telling, but I thought maybe she had just decided that this was it and she was gonna go for it. They get up to the altar and Jessica looked stunning. She looked so gorgeous. I think she may have been one of the most beautiful brides out of the bunch. I loved everything about Jessica's hair and makeup. That dress fit her like a glove. She really redeemed herself for me in this episode. When it came time for her to say I do, she said I don't, and I give her so much credit because it was just very clear the two of them were not a perfect match. She was not in it to win it. I think Mark's a really good guy. I can tell that he'll be a great husband and father one day, but I don't think he loved Jessica as much as he was trying to tell everyone. You know, maybe he really did want to be on the show and he was doing everything he could to secure his spot. At the end of the day, she made the right decision for both of them, and I think when the reunion comes, we're going to be happy to see where they are now. I think they're probably both in a really good place. I don't think that there's any ill will because it just didn't make sense. Gotta close this. It's starting to get sunny. So at the end of the day, I think they did what was best for them. And Mark's mom was so cute. And did Jessica have any family there? I don't think so. She walked herself down the aisle, which was so sad. And then we get to our favorite, Lauren and Cameron. I was most confident about this couple. While Lauren did have her reservations and she expressed some concerns, her family was so sweet. Her girlfriends were so sweet. Her dad was awesome. They played him up to be this big scary guy who was gonna throw a wrench into their relationship, but he didn't. He was supportive. His confessionals were just so honest and full of love for his daughter, and I thought he was great. He walked her down. She looked stunning. She really looked so stunning. Their vows were beautiful. I really do believe that she loves Cameron. However, he was way more emotionally invested in that ceremony. I don't know if she shed any like true tears, and he was really emotional. Regardless, it was very cute. I was so happy for them. I love how it ended. And yeah, it's totally clear that they're still together today. Netflix released some photos of the reunion, and based on where everyone was sitting and how they were sitting, you could kind of tell where they stood. Lauren and Cameron, he had his arm around her. It was very clear that they were still together. Gigi and Damian were sitting next to each other, but they looked kind of cold. Amber and Barnett are next to each other, and I think her hand was on his leg. The jury's still out on that one. Jessica and Mark were on totally different couches, like on complete opposite sides of the room. So that one was pretty obvious. And then Kelly and Kenny, I believe, were sitting next to each other, but it didn't look like they had any kind of romantic involvement. So I don't know when that comes out, but I will absolutely be watching it. Overall, I really enjoyed that show. It was the first time in a long time I got sucked into a reality show, and it delivered. All of the characters were great. I feel invested in them, in their lives. I want to know what happens. And I found out that it was filmed in 2018, which is well over a year ago. It doesn't appear that anyone had children in that time, which is kind of surprising. I thought Lauren and Cameron would have got right to it, but maybe they will now that it's public. I'm curious if they're going to do a season 2. I mean, they're of course going to do a season 2, but it's almost one of those things that was just executed so perfectly the first time that they shouldn't even tamper with it again. It's inevitable. There's gonna be people who are gonna try to come on the show to promote themselves or their business. That's the part of reality TV that's just not fun anymore. It totally takes away from what they're there to really do. And don't get me wrong, if I had the opportunity to be on a reality show, not a dating show, I would never go on a dating show. But if I was on some other show, I would definitely want to try to promote myself a little bit. I mean, why not? But people go on to these shows for that sole purpose, you know, with zero intent of doing or being what they're supposed to be. Okay, I'm officially done with Love is Blind spoilers, and I'm almost done with this Pedi too. This polish was a really good choice. I'm so happy I went with it. It has a matte finish, but I'm gonna put a glossy top coat over it. You can get these fresh paint polishes, I think for, I don't know if it's $5 or if it's 2 for $5 at Five Below. Honestly, these polishes are great. One of my favorite light pink polishes is from the Fresh Paint line. I think that nail polish is one of those things that as long as you apply it correctly and are using quality base and top coats, you don't need to spend a ton of money on polish. That's why I was so annoyed with the static nails, because they were so expensive, and I really don't think they wore any better than my like $2 drugstore bottles. I'm trying to decide what I want to do on my nails for next week when we're away. I want to do something similar to my toes, I think. Like a light pink or a hot pink. Probably something in the pink family. And I was debating a gel manicure for the week. But since you guys know I'm not buffing my nails, that's kind of a crucial step for gel polish application. I did do a gel mani at the beginning of the year with no buffing, and it lasted me fine about a week, but I just feel like we're gonna be in the sun, in the sand, in the water, and the nails might be more prone to lifting. And the thought of having a lifting gel manicure while I'm away is like traumatizing. I'd almost rather have chipped polish. I could bring remover pads and the color that I choose if I use regular polish, and I can always redo my nails midweek or touch them up if they get a little messy. And since my nails are short, I'm thinking that might be the best option for me, but I'm still deciding. I'm gonna do that manicure tomorrow. Are you guys going on any trips this year? It's just nice to have a change of scenery and have something to look forward to, because it's a long winter. I have a hair appointment this afternoon. I'm getting my roots done, which is something that I have to do religiously every 4 weeks. I started getting grays when I was pretty young. I think I was still in college when my first one started to sprout, but every year more and more show up, and they grow in the most obvious areas, right in the front around my hairline. Maybe a couple sprinkled throughout my part or in the back of my head, but the front of my head is where they all seem to congregate, which is annoying because I'm someone that loves to wear headbands. I love to wear my hair up, so I spend a lot of money and time applying root cover up, which is not ideal, but you do what you gotta do, and I'm very grateful to have hair. I just have to spend a fortune to get it colored all the time. I'm really over my dark hair, ready for some highlights, but I think I'm gonna do that when we get back. I'd rather go away, enjoy my vacation, and then come home and tap into the spring hair. Get a fresh cut, get fresh highlights. So today we're just doing the regular old root cover up. I really wish I could do my own roots. I know I could. I'm just a little nervous too. And I do love my hair girl. She's awesome. It's also so incredibly windy today. I don't know if you can hear in this video, but everything is like whipping around outside. It's crazy. My toes are done. They look so cute. I love this color, this light pink. Very happy with my selection. Kind of tempted to use this on my fingernails as well. They look good. They're a really good length. I tried not to cut them too short on one of my original pedicure videos. I think it was the first pedicure video that I shared with the light pink polish. I got a lot of slack that I cut my toenails way too short, but my toes grow really quickly, so I don't like them when they're long, because then I'm more prone to nick them on something or break them. Hello, up close and personal. Let me pan over. So there they are, and I do have to clean my room. How did my cuticle clipper get over there? Once they totally dry, I will add a cuticle oil, then I'll probably clean them up just a little bit. They really didn't get too messy, but these toes will look great with a tan. All right, so that is it for this video. I am starving. My stomach is starting to grumble super, super loud. I am gonna go upload this footage, edit it, hopefully get it live ASAP, like tonight or tomorrow. I'm planning to film probably 2 more videos before I leave, just so I have some content for next week, but we'll see how much we can get done. Time is flying. You always think you have more time than you actually do, and I haven't even packed yet. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed Love is Blind. I thought it would be a good opportunity to get my thoughts out about that show and get a pedicure at the same time. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. That's really it. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!